high atop Broadcast House in downtown Greencastle, here's a look at WRGG's local news with Scott Douglas.
Good morning. If you're a seasoned citizen in Franklin County, got a deal for you. It's a freebie. Stand by. Just getting word that a Mercersburg Academy legend has died, Carl Reisner, who spent 44 years on the faculty as a history teacher and built the school's baseball team into a true dynasty. He passed away 3 days ago in Richmond, Virginia. Mr. Reisner was 77. Our condolences to family and friends of Carl Reisner. Last couple of days to catch Totem Pole Playhouse's updated version of The Odd Couple, Felix and Oscar. The show wraps tomorrow. Details on the Totem Pole website. Shippensburg Fair continues today. A couple of livestock shows this morning, and at 3:30, the livestock Pee-wee showmanship event. You don't want to miss that. It's over in the livestock show ring. Laser tag on the hill again, right above the rides at 6 tonight. A Holstein show at 6:30, tractor pull at 7, and Don Jovi, the ultimate tribute to Bon Jovi, on stage tonight at the Shippensburg Fair. And over in Washington County, the annual Ag Expo and Fair wraps up its run today and tomorrow in Sharpsburg. We have an update now on a serious case in Franklin County after an investigation started in 2023. Pennsylvania State Police charged a father and son from Greencastle for allegedly sexually assaulting children. According to WGAL-TV8, 65-year-old Arlen Martin, identified as the primary abuser, and his son, 38-year-old Jaron Martin, who allegedly participated in and assisted with some of the assaults, have both been charged in the case. The investigation also revealed that some of the assaults allegedly happened as far back as 1999. In state news, in Harrisburg, Senator Doug Mastriano sponsored a bill that would make sure families of deceased service members are notified of burial benefits available to them through the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. Senate Bill 130 was signed into law this week. It will require licensed funeral directors, funeral parlors, or cemetery companies to provide notification of a deceased service person to the appropriate county. The law applies to all counties in Pennsylvania, and they must do that within 96 hours of receiving a soldier's remains. Just as important, it also requires them to provide the family of the deceased service person with contact information for the County Veterans Affairs Director. So if you're a seasoned citizen, how about a freebie? The Senior Farmers Market Nutrition Program for 2026 is back for another year in Franklin County. Income-eligible Franklin County residents age 60 or older may receive free vouchers through this program. Each eligible senior will receive $25 worth of vouchers, which can be used to purchase fresh, locally grown fruits, vegetables, and herbs from approved Pennsylvania farmers. Vouchers must be picked up by September 30th and may be used through November 30th. They cannot be used to purchase citrus or tropical fruits, processed foods, honey, nuts, cider, baked goods, or jack-o'-lanterns. For more information, contact the Franklin County Area Agency on Aging.
Do you have an aging loved one who needs a little or perhaps a lot of help in order to stay independently in their home? Heritage In-Home Care Services of Greencastle can provide the help you need at affordable rates. Heritage can provide assistance to medical appointments, personal assistance, or medication reminders. Help can be provided for grocery shopping, light housekeeping, and meal planning. If you're looking for companionship for your aging loved one when other responsibilities require your time, Heritage In-Home Care can provide that. They have been serving Greencastle and surrounding communities since 2006. Personalized attention is provided for your aging loved one's specific needs, giving you peace of mind, knowing that they can stay in their home with all the care they need. Heritage In-Home Care Services of Greencastle. You may obtain more information by calling 717-593-0242.
If your carpeting is looking a little iffy, T&B Cleaning can make it spiffy. Having out-of-town guests coming to visit, giving the place a deep cleaning, moving to a new home, T&B Cleaning can give that carpeting a clean, fresh look. T&B is your hometown carpet cleaner. A locally owned family business, T&B Cleaning provides friendly, professional service at reasonable prices. You may call 717-729-2974. That's 717-729-2974. T&B Cleaning will make those floors look new again.
From the Mills Brothers to the Beach Boys, from Perry Como to Billy Joel. Well, no matter who your favorite artist is, you'll find them on Journey into Melody with me, Bill Taylor, right here on WRGG from 7 to 9 p.m. every Saturday night.
WRGG weather.
Now the weather forecast for WRGG. For today, partly to mostly cloudy skies, high around 81. Tonight, partly cloudy, low around 63. Saturday, partly sunny, high around 82. Saturday night, partly cloudy, low around 64. And the outlook for Sunday, partly cloudy skies with a chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms. Rain may be heavy at times, high around 84. For WRGG, I'm Nowcast meteorologist Jim Vaughn.
Thank you, Jim Vaughn. Currently 60 degrees outside. Beautiful, beautiful day, just like yesterday was. It really was. Really was quite a nice day. Humidity is sitting at 79%. Record high for today, 101 back in 2010. It was 48 degrees on this date, 1947. Second to 2 days for 1947. Average temps for this time of the year between 64 and 87. We're almost there. 6:01 in the mornings when the sun came up, 8:33 in the p.m., and that'll give us 14 hours and 32 minutes of daylight. Again, the temperature is sitting at a cool 60 degrees at 93.7 WRGG on the web at WRGG.org. I am Greg Hoover along with Bill Gore. Cadence Webb is here. Thanks for joining us. We thank our good friend Jason Cabler for being along as well. Nicole Berman from the Franklin County Literacy Council is due in at 8 o'clock this morning, and we'll welcome her into the studio, talk a little bit about this. Now, normally at this time, we are having the mayor's report. However, the mayor is on vacation, though I think he's in Western Canada.
Yes, he is.
Searching for Bigfoot. Now, I know Bill and both Bill and Mike Bach wanted that assignment, but hey, when you're the mayor,
yeah, you get top priority.
You get top priority. So no mayor's report today. If you're tuning in for that, we apologize. I can make one up, but I don't think it would be that effective. So
well, we could always have Jason as deputy mayor.
Well, I thought about that, but and no. So that concludes that one. So I said here today, a little disappointed. Yeah, Cadence, it's your fault. So Wednesday when we were talking. The police chief was in. He agreed with me on this. We talked a little bit about some of and I called it a modern day classic, Tommy Boy, the movie.
Oh, great movie, yes.
So young Cadence, who had not seen the movie, went and watched it. She says, "Oh, I saw Tommy Boy yesterday." I said, "Yeah, what do you think?" She goes, I said, "Oh, you didn't like it?" I could tell right away. It was like okay. It was okay.
Oh, Chevy Chase wasn't in it.
Yeah.
Oh no, okay.
Well, you don't like Brian Dennehy?
He died.
Yes.
I did like the movie. I don't know if it lived up to the hype.
Okay, I see. I understand that.
I understand completely. Yes.
There were a lot of moments I thought were really funny. I love David Spade.
Yeah.
I think he was great. I've never seen a Chris Farley movie, so I thought that was interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, I finally got to see him.
Yeah.
So.
Now, one of my favorite scenes is when they're being chased by the police and they pull into the cornfield, and I think this is the same movie. I'm pretty sure it is. He says, "Just follow my lead," and B, stop, drop, and roll. And,
that was good.
and for some reason, I saw the movie. It's been a long, long time ago, and we were at a softball tournament when my daughter was young, and that was a long time ago, and my youngest son Casey decides that he sees this big clump of thing in the tree, so he throws his mitt up, and it's a beehive.
Oh my God!
And they come out and they start attacking. You know what I said to do?
Stop, drop, and roll.
Stop, drop, and roll. And everybody's like, "What?" No, I saw it on Tommy Boy. It worked for a different reason. So.
Yes.
I think my favorite scene was when the deer woke up in the car.
Yes. I was just thinking of my favorite as well.
So there's a lot of great scenes in it, and I prefaced it as saying it doesn't rank up there with the classics of all time. It's not Gone with the Wind. It's not The Wizard of Oz.
Right.
It's not Footloose.
I do like the line It's, lots of people take 6 years to finish college. Yeah, they're called doctors.
Well, let me tell you what was a nice treat, though. Seeing Rob Lowe. I did not expect him to be in that.
Yes.
But I love Rob Lowe.
There you go.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
Yes. So yeah, you know, and I might have overhyped it with saying it's a modern day classic. It's just a good comedy,
Right.
Feel good comedy with that. So part my fault, and then I'll blame the rest on you. But there they go. Anyway, since the mayor's not here.
Stupid is, stupid does, sir.
Mama says stupid is, stupid does.
Stupid is, stupid does. Stupid is, stupid does, sir. Stupid is, stupid does, sir.
And people are crazy.
All right, number one today in Ireland, a man decided to rob a small grocery store just a few blocks from his home. So he grabbed a knife, put on a pandemic-style medical mask, and headed to the store. Now, the problem was on his way to rob the place, he ran into two different friends on two different blocks. And each time he did, he pulled the mask down to chat with each. After the robbery, police put out a notice that they were looking for a man who robbed a small grocery store while wearing a medical mask. Both of the guy's friends reached out to the cops to tell them who they thought the robber was, and they were right. Two things come to mind on that one. Don't put on your mask, and two, nice friends with that one. Nice friends. Number two, a German woman who was told smoking was bad for her health proved it when she fell out of a hospital window while sneaking a cigarette. The woman lost her balance and fell about 60 feet into a tree below. She escaped serious injury when the tree broke her fall. The woman was visiting a friend when she climbed out a hospital window to smoke. How bad is it?
Oh, wow.
I don't know. I don't have that addiction. I can't tell you, but lucky to be alive.
That reminds me of the time, we were just talking about this yesterday, because my sister Jennifer's name came up, and we were talking about the time that she was visiting, and this is back when we lived on the square in the apartment. And, you know, she was quite a heavy smoker at the time.
Yeah.
And she'd run out of cigarettes. And so she asked me where the closest place was to buy some. And I said it was down at Sheetz. She thought I was lying to her.
Oh.
That there had to be somewhere closer.
Yeah.
But she knew she wasn't. She knew that I expected she was not going to walk to Sheetz to get cigarettes. So she leans out the window. And there's these guys on the square. And she's like, hey, where can I buy some cigarettes? And the guy's like, you got to go down to Sheetz.
Yeah.
So she turns on, Billy, you weren't lying.
There you go.
Meanwhile, I'm thinking, you're about to fall out that window.
Yes. Smoking is bad for your health.
Exactly, yes.
Now, Lisa Parsons says I can stop right there. She has a winner.
Oh, yeah.
But we're not going to. No. Number three, a Japanese man kept his father's body on ice for 13 years because he thought the cells would come back to life. The man's scheme came to light when he failed to pay his power bill and the refrigerator broke. The odor alerted neighbors and they alerted police.
Wow.
Now, first of all,
how did nobody else know the father was dead?
I don't know. I don't know.
Wow.
But that's putting a lot of ice on that guy every day. You know.
Wow.
Yeah.
And emptying the water out.
And at least that's not one of those stories where they pretend they were still alive to get like
the money.
Money,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that, I would think, and just me, but maybe after 6 months and the cells haven't regenerated, I'm thinking maybe this isn't going to work out. Number four.
Well, you know, Greg, when you've been raised on Japanese movies like Godzilla.
That could also, yeah, that is gross, Lisa. I agree. Number four, an Australian couple's peculiar marital strategy to exploit a legal loophole has landed them in hot water. The couple, who married and split 12 times over 43 years, faces a probe for financial fraud. Their scheme involved divorcing every few years so the wife could claim a substantial severance pay intended for widows. That makes no sense. The couple's deception unraveled when authorities uncovered their frequent divorce and rapid remarriages. A court ruling has condemned their repeated divorces as an abuse of law, leading to accusations of pocketing over $341,000 in undeserved payouts. I don't understand if they didn't say he died; they said they divorced.
I can see if they faked his death every so many years.
Now, I give them credit. They've been together 43 years.
Or I think a better plan would have been this. Kill him, put his body on ice so the cells regenerate, get remarried, then kill him.
Yeah. They do it again, yes. Number five today, in Guyana, a teenage girl screamed when two men entered her home. She and her grandmother were wrestling with the intruders. When neighbors came to the rescue, the outraged citizens caught one of the men and used their own duct tape to stick him to a utility pole until police arrived. That's pretty smart.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
And again, I go to the prison when they're in jail. What are you in for? Well, how'd you get caught? Well, a teenage girl and her grandmother wrestled me to the ground, wrestled us to the ground. And number 6, a passenger on a Chinese airline flight opened an emergency exit door to get a breath of fresh air as the plane prepared for takeoff. The crew immediately closed the door and changed the man's seat. Shall we review? We shall review. Number 1, robber stopped to chat with friends, pulled his mask down. Number 2, smoker fell into the tree, was in the hospital, fell down. Number 3, body on ice. Number 4, couple married and divorced 12 times in 43 years under investigation for fraud. Number 5, intruder duct taped the pole. And number 6, man opens emergency exit before takeoff. I just need a breath of fresh air. At least he didn't try to smoke, okay? That would have added it all together. Your votes, please.
You didn't see a creature on the wing either.
I always make sure to do the emergency exit so I get a lot of leg room.
Yeah, I like the emergency exit very much so.
See, I'm always afraid somebody's going to actually try to open it.
Yeah.
How many movies have we seen? I've got to get out of here.
Well, that's true. But
or like stupid stories like that.
They have to wake me up before they get to it, though. That's the thing, I think. So.
But you're all right, though. You do get more leg room.
You do get more leg room,
yes,
So we'll come back with our winner right after
birthday
we do
club, the birthday club. Everybody celebrates the birthday club on WRGG.
My friend John Gammon says maybe that guy was more delusional than stupid, being in denial about losing his dad.
Could be.
Yeah.
Way to bring us down, John.
I know. That's what we always like to have John at parties. 1725, celebrated the John Newton, English cleric and abolitionist. Prior to his religious conversion, he was a captain of slave ships and an investor in the slave trade. He was also enslaved for a time himself in West Africa. He is noted for being the author of the hymns Amazing Grace and Glorious Things of Thee Are Spoken. Amelia Earhart, born this day in 1897, American aviation pioneer and writer who was the first female aviator to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean. She was one of the first aviators to promote commercial air travel and wrote best-selling books about her flying experiences. During an attempt at becoming the first woman to complete a circumnavigational flight of the globe, Earhart and her navigator Fred Noonan disappeared over the Central Pacific Ocean. Peter Yates, born this day in 1929, English film director and producer. Films he directed include Bullitt, John and Mary, The Friends of Eddie Coyle, Breaking Away, The Deep, and An Innocent Man. Yates was nominated for 4 Academy Awards, 3 BAFTA Awards, and 2 Golden Globe Awards. John Aniston, born this day in 1933, as Yanis Anastakis, Greek-born American actor who played Victor Kiriakis on Days of Our Lives for 37 years, from 1985 until his death in 2022. Aniston graduated from Penn State University with a bachelor's degree in theater arts. He was the father of actress Jennifer Aniston. Michael Richards, born this day in 1949, American actor, writer, television producer, and comedian, best known for portraying Cosmo Kramer on Seinfeld.
Cosmo Kramer.
Yes.
Thank you for getting the full name in there.
You're welcome.
The government name.
He began his career as a stand-up comedian, became a series regular on Fridays. His film includes Our Married and Axe Murder, Airheads, Problem Child, Coneheads, and UHF. Richards was the original choice to play Adrian Monk on Monk, but turned it down. Linda Carter, born on this day in 1951, American actress, singer, and beauty pageant title holder who was Miss World USA 1972. She is best known for portraying the title character on the television series Wonder Woman. Other roles include President Olivia Marsden on the series Supergirl and Principal Powers in the film Sky High. Karl Malone, born on this day in 1963, American basketball player who spent 18 of his 19 seasons in the NBA with the Utah Jazz. He was a 2-time NBA MVP and a 14-time All-Star. Malone appeared in the playoffs every season in his career and in the NBA Finals in 1997 and 1998. He was inducted to the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in 2010 twice for his individual career and as a member of the 1992 United States Men's Olympic Basketball Team. Doug Liman, born on this day in 1965, American film director and producer. The films he's directed include Swingers, Go, The Bourne Identity, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, American Made, and Edge of Tomorrow. Lyman was the executive producer of the television show Suits and Covert Affairs. Jennifer Lopez, born on this day in 1969, American actress, dancer, and singer whose big break came when she was a dancer on In Living Color. Her films include Selena, Anaconda, Out of Sight, The Cell, The Wedding Planner, and Angel Eyes. Her songs include Ain't It Funny, Feel the Light, and I'm Glad. Patty Jenkins, born on this day in 1971. American film director, screenwriter, and producer. She directed the films Monster, Wonder Woman, and Wonder Woman 1984. She's also directed episodes of television shows including Arrested Development, Entourage, and The Killing. Summer Glau, born on this day in 1981. American actress best known for her roles in science fiction television series including The 4400, Terminator the Sarah Connor Chronicles, Arrow, and Firefly. She also starred in the movie follow-up to Firefly, Serenity. And Anna Paquin was born on this day in 1982. Canadian-born New Zealand actress whose films include the X-Men franchise, Fly Away Home, The Irishman, American Underdog, and The Piano, for which she received the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress. Her television work includes the series True Blood. She is married to her True Blood co-star, Stephen Moyer. But Greg, I think you have the real celebrity birthdays for us.
Of course I do. Here they are for today. April Ross Stahl having a birthday today. Daniel J. Myers celebrating here on the 24th. Janice Bloom with a birthday. And our good friend that we don't see very much anymore, Ron Eicher. And he's having a birthday today. The last time I saw him, he was just ecstatic that he was able to wake up every morning, not go to work, and see Mike Bach. I think that says it all. Says it all right there. So happy birthday to all of those. If you see April, Daniel, Janice, Ron Eicher, or anybody that Bill mentioned, let us. Well, you don't have to let us know unless you see someone Bill mentioned. Then let us know. Yeah. But with that in mind, it's the Birthday Club. Send us your information by going to our webpage at WRGG.org and filling out the information there. It's really all you have to do to get on the Birthday Club. It is really that simple. We don't make it hard at all, not here at 93.7 WRGG. So here we go. We're in the middle of Stupid Is as Stupid Does. Robber stopped to chat with friends is number one. He had a mask on, pulled it down. Number two, lady was in the hospital visiting a friend, decided she needed to smoke that bad that she leaned out the window that far that she fell to the ground and was still okay because she hit a tree. I guess if you hit a tree, it's okay, right? I hit a tree, but I'm okay. Number three, the father who must have been delusional, evidently, according to John, put his father's body on ice, tried to get his cells to rejuvenate. By the way, it did not work. Don't try it at home. It will not end well. And then number five was intruder duct taped to a pole. He got broke into a house. Two men broke into a house. The teenage girl and her grandmother wrestled them to the ground. And number six, man opens plane's emergency exits before takeoff. He needed a breath of fresh air, or a fresher breath air, either one. So, all right, Bill, tell me what your pleasure is here.
I'm torn between 1 and 6.
Okay.
I can't think of. I'm sorry, no, 2 and 6. 2 and 6.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't know. That's just so stupid, falling out the window. But then the idea of opening the emergency exit to get a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize they were that easy to open. But yeah, I don't know. I'm torn between those two. But if I'm going to go for sheer stupidity, I got to go with 6.
All right.
Opening the emergency exit.
Very good. Cadence, your vote for today.
I'm gonna go with 2. The falling out the window.
Yeah. That seems to be the our our text-in guests. Our contributors are going with number 2 today as well. It is equally as the other one's equally as stupid, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty stupid.
Yeah, like I said, I was torn between those two.
Torn between two lovers, two smokers. I don't know. 2 smokers. If he was a smoker, would have worked that way. Anyway, that's our winner for today. Stupid is as stupid does. We always have stupid stories to tell you. And, if nothing else, it should make you feel just a little bit better about your life. That you're not that stupid. It's the only thing I can tell you about that. We're going to take a break for news at the top of the hour. And maybe. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. There we go. Wow. When we return, our guest will join us. It is Nicole Berman from the Franklin County Literacy Council. Don't go away. We will be right back. The Morning Show.
You're listening to The Morning Show on WRGG. 93.7 WRGG. With news and weather together. Coming up next.
WRGG-LP Greencastle.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. President Trump is slapping new tariffs on countries around the world, including the European Union. More from Mark Mayfield.
The sweeping tariffs took effect at midnight, just as the previous 10% temporary tariffs expired. The White House says the new 10 to 12% tariffs are tied to countries' imports, goods made with forced labor. Trump has previously said the tariffs aren't going away after the Supreme Court struck down duties he imposed last year. The president has consistently praised the tariffs as a great mechanism to level the playing field between the U.S. and the rest of the world.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio says Iran will pay for attacking U.S. forces. Rubio issued the warning Thursday at a summit of Asian nations in the Philippines. The warning was in response to a statement made by Iran's foreign minister that Tehran's policy for war with the U.S. is an eye for an eye. Rubio then warned that President Trump's policy is an head for an eye. The Justice Department is withdrawing subpoenas issued to several New York Times reporters earlier this month. Jonathan O'Halloran reports.
According to the New York Times, the DOJ sought phone and text messaging records from reporters and, in some cases, those of family members in connection to the department's probe of the outlet's reporting on the new Air Force One jet gifted by Qatar. The Trump administration was pushing to identify the confidential government sources who spoke with reporters about the jet's security capabilities. However, the DOJ announced plans to withdraw the subpoenas during a hearing in a Manhattan courtroom Thursday, in which a judge was considering whether to grant the Times' motion to dismiss the request.
SpaceX will try today for a third time to launch its massive Starship rocket. The mission was previously planned for July 16th, but scrubbed at the last minute because of an issue with a number of the rocket's Raptor engines. Thursday's launch attempt was called off due to weather. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Ship where you shop at Lumber Direct. They ship via UPS, so you get fast, dependable parcel shipping worldwide, and you will pay less for it. At Lumber Direct, you get free package tracking and no cost for insurance on the first $100 of the declared value. Find great values at Lumber Direct, then be sure to ship where you shop at Lumber Direct. Open 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday. Lumber Direct, a proud sponsor of 93.7 WRGG and many community projects.
Till the weather outside makes up its mind, you can depend on Premier HVAC services to keep you comfortable inside. For sales, installation, same-day and 24-hour emergency services, Premier is your local heating and air conditioning professionals with free estimates, price match guarantee, 717-597-9900, and online at premierhvacpa.com.
At M&T Bank, we believe in the power of together. Together, we can move communities forward while giving back. Together, we can support the small businesses that are dreaming big. Together, we can help families spend more time on what matters most. And together, we can achieve more than ever before. Learn more about M&T's commitment to the people, businesses, and community organizations we serve at mtb.com/togetherwecan or stop by any local M&T Bank branch. Member FDIC.
There are many reasons for the need of extra storage space, planned or in an emergency situation. Arrangements may be made by contacting GV Storage at 717-709-0016 or reserve online at www.gvstoragenow.com. Units are available for any amount of time in sizes ranging from 5 by 10 feet to 10 by 30 feet. GV Storage is conveniently located in Upton at 5025 Buchanan Trail West. GV Storage also offers outside parking for RVs, trailers, boats, and vehicles. Need it stored? GV Storage in Upton will keep it safe for you. 717-709-0016 or www.gvstoragenow.com.
If you missed the morning show the other day, well, let's be honest, you really didn't miss much.
If that
Mike,
could shut you up.
Yes, Jason.
Thanks for joining us, man. It was great to hear from you.
Oh yeah, if I didn't know you weren't actually in the studio every Wednesday, I'd come in earlier. Jerk.
We're going to take a break for news, weather, sports. We'll be right back. That was a good one.
Right here.
The Morning Show on WRGG.
WRGG weather. Now the weather forecast for WRGG. For today, partly to mostly cloudy skies, high around 81. Tonight, partly cloudy, low around 63. Saturday, partly sunny, high around 82. Saturday night, partly cloudy, low around 64. And the outlook for Sunday, partly cloudy skies with a chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms. Rain may be heavy at times, high around 84. For WRGG, I'm nowcast meteorologist Jim Vaughn.
Thank you, Jim Vaughn. Currently 61 degrees under sunny skies in downtown Greencastle. Humidity at 72%. Record high for today, 101 degrees. That came way back in 2010, which really isn't that way back at all. 48 degrees in 1947, second of 2 days for 1947 to have that low temperature. 6:01 in the AMs when the sun came up, 8:33 in the PMs when it'll set. 14 hours, 32 minutes of daylight. Again, temperatures at 61 degrees at 93.7 WRGG and on the web at WRGG.org.
It's the Morning Show on WRGG 93.7.
Welcome back, hour number 3 of the Morning Show. It's a Friday edition of the Morning Show. I am Greg Hoover along with Bill Gore and Cadence Webb as always here. It's time for our Friday guest, and Nicole Berman from the Franklin County Literacy Council joins us live this time. Last time you were via Zoom, so welcome to our humble abode. I don't know, that just... Let me get it. All the microphones up here and ready to go. So, Nicole, thank you for coming in today.
Thank you.
You live in Fayetteville, so you didn't have that far to travel, did you?
Right.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad.
It's a nice little drive down the interstate there. So, so the Literacy Council. Now, you also said right before we went on, it's not just Franklin County; it's Adams County as well. So that's a fairly big territory to cover for you.
It is. So I cover Adams and Franklin counties, but our program as a whole, we're part of the Lincoln Intermediate Unit 12, Adult Education, and we cover Adams, Franklin, and York counties.
Right. And York's the biggest of the bunch.
Yes,
so,
it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
A lot of schools over there. A lot of kids over there.
Yes.
So,
well, actually, we serve adults.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's true. You do.
Yeah.
I know that. So tell, and with that in mind, just so those who are listening, tell us about the Literacy Council. What's your main mission and objective?
Okay. So our programs, we offer adult basic education, adult GED or high school equivalency preparation, and then adult ESL. And they're free to the public. And then we have a process where people come in and assess, and then we work on placing them in a class or in a small group with a volunteer tutor.
Okay, so how many clients do you serve?
Oh, that's a great question.
Well, thank you. I like
well, it depends.
every now and then.
I have a lot of answers for that, actually. So it depends on what demographic you're looking at. So we categorize them based on how we're serving them. So if we have ESL students or students who are learning English, we also have high school equivalency students.
Right.
And then we have people who are working to get into a GED or high school equivalency class.
Right. But they need the skills to read at that point in time.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes. So, and then we also break it down into counties. So we have, and I don't have an exact number.
Sure.
In Franklin County, at the Literacy Council, we have served between 60 and 70 students in the last program year.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that would be the total.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, for the Literacy Council.
So so what is your biggest population? Not biggest population, but what is it? The ESL? Is it the literacy? Which one's the most?
It's the ESL for right now. That's our greatest need, especially to work with our volunteer tutors in a small group setting. We really need volunteers.
Right. And that's basically it. It's volunteers that teach all your classes. Yeah.
Yes.
And how's that? Okay. Someone listening today says, I want to be a volunteer.
Yeah. Okay, so let me ask you, what would be your number one question if I said, hey, do you want to volunteer at the Literacy Council and teach people who don't speak English?
How do I do that?
Okay.
Yeah.
What are the requirements?
Okay. Cadence, what's your question?
How much time?
Yeah, how much time?
Okay.
Another question, what languages do these people have as their first languages?
Okay. And a lot of times I hear, I don't speak any other languages.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, number one, everything is taught in English. You do not have to speak another language.
Okay.
We have two parts of our funding, well, actually 3 parts of our funding stream. So one of them is the Federal Workforce Innovation Opportunity Act. The other part is the Adult Education and Family Literacy, and then local grants and funding through like United Way and TFEC.
Right.
Our state grant, the Adult Education and Family Literacy, requires that our students meet 3 hours a week.
Okay.
So we ask volunteers, we usually say like 4 to 5 hours per week, just once until they get used to the prep time and working with students, figuring out the routines. I am the teacher of the tutors, so I do all in-house training. We also have a web platform that we use through the state of Pennsylvania that has like online training modules.
Okay.
So everything is done in-house. We provide curriculum. I am there to help volunteers through everything. So
the actual classes are at your location?
Actually, we have different locations.
Okay. I think I jumped ahead. You weren't done with that one.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
So 3 hours a week. We have several options for location because Franklin County it's rather large.
Sure.
So we have a conversation group that meets in Shippensburg at the St. Andrew's Episcopal Church. We have a wonderful group that meets here in Greencastle at the Basor Library. We have some that meet in Waynesboro when there's space available, some who meet online only, and then we have the majority of our people meet at our location on Cleveland Avenue in Chambersburg.
So if I wanted to volunteer, I could do it online.
You could, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
And our student support coordinator and I work very closely together to match students with tutors so that everyone is successful.
Right.
We recognize that we do ask a lot of our volunteers, and we want to be accommodating and helpful however we can. So we try to make sure that we have a good placement, that the times work for everybody. But a key part in working with adults is that they're not required to be there. They're like children are.
Right.
They are doing this because they want to better themselves. They want to learn English. They want to get their high school diploma. They want to have more gainful employment. So we want to do what we can to make them successful, but we also recognize that situations change.
Right.
You know, working over, we get this a lot around Christmas time, that they work overtime and they can't come to class.
Right.
Or they can only make it 1 day a week instead of 2. So we have to have flexibility, but also stay within our guidelines.
Right. So what's the determination that ESL, for instance, okay, you're good, you're done, you graduated. Is there a test or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So we use a test. It's called the CASAS, and we use that. There are 2 different parts of the test. There's for the high school equivalency part, and then there's for ESL. So there's listening and speaking for ESL, and then there's math and reading for the GE, high school equivalency.
Right.
So then there's also a scale, NRS, National Reporting System, 1 through 6. So once a student, let's say we have a student who comes to us as an NRS 5, which would be like a high intermediate for ESL. the next step would be an NRS 6, which is an advanced. And then once they test out of that, then they're given the option to bridge to our high school equivalency program.
Very good.
So they still get that support and the academic vocabulary that they need to pursue a degree or to a diploma. Yeah.
Our guest is Nicole Berman from the Franklin County Literacy Council. So if, and I guess that's the same way too, if I went in as I needed to learn to read, I would graduate to getting into the equivalency program.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And the test that we give, the CASAS, part of that assessment is saying whether or not a student would be likely to pass the high school equivalency exam. And actually, the state of Pennsylvania has, last year, I'm not sure, I think it has continued into this year, but has given a certain number of free GED test vouchers for adult learners to take the GED, because it can be costly.
Right.
So they're
right. Yeah. And is there, when you, I don't want to sound like I'm looking for failure, but do they fail a lot before they pass? I know there's I look at the teachers' exams and things of that nature. You might have to take it 2 or 3 times to get through it. So would this be?
Are you speaking from personal experience, Greg?
Yes, I am. Fortunately, that wasn't around when I was in education. Yeah.
I cannot answer that question. I will say that we have a lot of options for people to take practice tests. And with the CASAS test, it's pretty accurate in saying whether or not they're likely to pass the actual exam.
Right. Yeah.
I don't have a number for you,
right,
but I mean, our student support coordinators are fantastic in guiding students and saying, okay, we think you're ready.
Right. Okay.
Let's take off the training wheels. You go ahead and take the test.
Right. Okay. I get it.
Yeah.
So it's more aligned for success than before you take it than just taking it and hoping that you pass it. So, which is what I would have done with the teacher's exam. So,
Nicole, what going back to my earlier question, what are some of the languages that people come in as their primary languages?
Yeah. So in Franklin County, our number one language is still Spanish. Okay. Close second is Haitian Creole.
Okay.
From my personal experience, I'm seeing a lot, like an increase in Nepali. We have some who speak Arabic. We have a lot of different languages. Sorry, I think Mandarin. We have a few.
Wow.
Yeah, it's vast.
Yes, it is.
Very interesting.
Yeah, and I will say technology has been amazing in helping us communicate with our students too. Just the translation, the access to translation.
I would think, that has to be so helpful. And it's so, I don't want to say easy, but easy might be the term to use. It's so easy now to translate. Yeah.
Yeah. And, well, I mean, you want to check for accuracy.
Right.
But,
right. Wait a minute. He said what?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But the universal translator on Star Trek.
Yeah. It's getting to that. I think that somewhere along the line. But so the volunteers, how long is the training course for them?
So we start with an application and clearances. So you have to have, just like if you're working in a school, you do have to have your federal background check and child abuse and your state clearances. And then once you get through the application process, then I meet with you, and then there are 9 online training modules to complete that we say take about an hour. It depends. It depends.
Yeah.
And then we meet again and kind of go over everything. So it depends on where you are in the process. If you already have your clearances, it can move really quickly.
Right.
And then if you need to get your clearances, that's usually the part that takes the longest. Yeah.
And you can work through the modulars at your own speed.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
So you could do it all in a day if you wanted to, but
yes.
yes.
Right. Yeah. Yep. So
But-
it depends, but I like to say at least like a month to 2 months to get everything from start to finish
Okay.
and get you placed with
Right.
students.
Now, I'm big on the numbers question. How many volunteers do you have?
Okay, so we have our advisory board, who are a group of volunteers,
Mhm.
and then we also have our volunteer tutors.
Okay.
So I should have counted beforehand.
That's okay. But
I would say I think we have about 8 volunteer tutors and then 6 advisory committee.
Okay.
Yeah.
So obviously, with 8 and the number of people that you're serving, you could use more volunteers.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And we do have one instructor. So the tricky part is that with our state grant, our small groups, it can only be one-on-one or no more than 6 students.
Okay.
Okay. So even if we have 8 volunteers with 6 students, it's not serving the full need.
Right.
Of the
there's more than
community.
48 people out there that need
Yes,
help. Yes.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. is the wait for them? Well, obviously, if there's a wait when you sign up, and I want to get to the sign up process, but when you sign up, there's going to be obviously a wait to get your instruction.
Yes.
Yeah.
And again, that depends too on what we have available.
Mhm.
There are a lot of factors that go into the wait time. Schedule is a big one
Mhm.
because we do have online classes with instructors in York or, like
Right.
remote instruction.
Right.
So if their work schedule or availability works with an online class and their levels, then we can place them pretty quickly.
Right.
However, if they really want in person and they need an evening in Greencastle,
Right.
well, that group's full. So
Right,
we
yeah.
can't,
We can't take you right now.
exactly.
Right.
Our student support coordinator typically tells a student that to be in person with a tutor, it's going to take at least 6 months to a year until they'll be placed.
Okay. Okay.
Because we don't have enough volunteers.
So those who would do that online, they can come to your location and use your technology there.
Yeah, actually, that is part of what I'm working on now.
Okay.
Yeah. We don't have a dedicated space right now where students can come in and log into class.
Mhm.
But I am
Working on that.
I am
project,
working on
yeah.
that at the moment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
So
so-
I'm hoping starting like mid-August, I'm hoping
Mm-hmm.
there will be a space where students can come in and sign into their class and
Right.
ask questions and
Mhm. Again, Nicole Berman's our guest from the Franklin County Literacy Council. I know if I knew someone that needed one of your services, how do I go about getting that person into? Because I would imagine a lot of people. I'll stop there. How do I get people into your services?
Okay. So the number one thing that we ask is that no one should contact on behalf of anyone else.
Right. Right.
We want the person seeking services
Sure.
to contact directly. You can visit our website, which is iu12.org/FCLC. And there's a student interest form on there that people can fill out. You can stop by our location at 518 Cleveland Avenue anytime between 9 and 3:30, Monday through Thursday. And we're there to help.
Okay,
I would
right.
say our students are our biggest recruiters also
Right.
for other
Sure,
students.
sure.
A lot of time, especially in Adams County, we have one group where they'll just bring a friend with them to class. And we're like, wait, there's a process. You can't just,
Yeah. But it's not good of them to think of that.
Yes,
so, yes,
it is.
yeah.
It is. Yeah.
You've mentioned a couple of organizations, including United Way. What are some
Yeah.
of the other partnerships that you have?
Yeah. So some of the grants that we've received, I think I mentioned, we do have an instructor. So the Franklin County Impact Grant, it was like COVID relief funds, I believe. We did receive that. It ends this year, and the end of December is when that grant ends. But we use that to get an a beginning ESL instructor.
Right.
and that has gone incredibly well. So we are currently seeking a grant to continue that. We also have received the Alexander Stewart Foundation grant, and that's to partner with the Chambersburg Area School District to do some ESL family engagement nights, to go over like community resources or navigating the American education system. Which is, it's hard.
I think I need that course as well. So.
Well, yeah.
Well, especially if you come from a foreign country where the education system is different.
Right.
Absolutely, yeah. Or and even the
or
access,
non-existent.
Yes, even the access, like the technology piece of it, where there's Class Dojo and there's Sapphire, and now there's a new transportation app in Chambersburg. So just knowing how to, and having access and someone to help you. How do we set up these accounts? How do So
that's an excellent point. You get when you're in the system, you get wrapped up in the system, and you forget. I know how to do this, this, and this, and you forget that it's not that easy for everybody else coming on.
When I was an instructor, one of the things I worked on was a program to help folks get back into the job market. And it was amazing how many of them didn't have email addresses, and what a big deal that was on our first day to set up email addresses.
Yes.
Yeah. Is the state your main source of funding? I know you went over your funding sources, but
yeah. So for our program, the volunteer program, yes, the state is our biggest source of funding, and then again the local grants. So we partner with the school district, the Chambersburg Area School District, also the library system.
Right, just that.
Well, yeah, any place you'd hold classes like the library.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes, very good.
And you're a United Way member organization as well?
Yes.
Very good.
How long have you been with Franklin County Literacy?
Okay, so I started out as a tutor. And
I think I remember that from the last discussion.
I loved it so much that I transitioned to a staff person for the Adams County Literacy Council. So I'm the program coordinator. That's my title. So I coordinate and work with the tutors, and then like site coordinator, like managing the space.
Right.
So I started in 2022, I think.
Okay.
2022, 2023. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I think it was 2022.
Couple years ago.
Yeah. A few years ago.
ago.
So I volunteered and then transitioned.
Tell me that journey to become a tutor for you. How did you find out about it? And how did you say, I think I want to do that?
So I was having empty nester syndrome, I guess a little bit.
Okay.
My kids, they were home for my daughter started kindergarten the first full year of COVID.
Oh, great.
And, so I said, I want them home. I don't want that back and forth for her first experience as a kindergartner. So my kids were home for 2 years during COVID. And then they went back and I was devastated. Not really. I mean, yes.
I get you.
I missed them so much. I was like, I need something to do with my life. I knew I did not want to go back to the classroom. So this was a good place to start with tutoring. They had just opened, the Literacy Council had just opened and was having an open house at the Cleveland Avenue suite. And I went to that and learned about the program, and that's
that's how it became.
And of course I had all the same questions. How much time? I speak a little bit of French, but other than that I don't know
Right. We.
Yeah.
That's a little bit of French.
So but same questions, a lot of anxiety, a lot of nerves. I want to do a good job, and I did, and I loved it.
Very good.
So
one of the coolest stories I ever encountered was a fellow who was actually Amish, and he'd come to the Chambersburg area to work on a farm. And while he was here, his family had shunned him, and he found himself in Chambersburg, away from his family, in need of advancement in life. course, he only had an 8th grade education or the equivalent.
Right.
So he was actually taking GED classes so he could have better opportunities.
He didn't have to take English as a second language
He
from
did
the
not,
Amish.
no,
okay,
no,
yeah,
no.
yeah.
I mean, that's a valid question.
Yeah,
Right,
I mean,
but
yes,
yeah. We have a good friend, Vernon McCauley, who comes on the show on Thursday. He moved up from West Virginia, and I always said he was our very first ESL student because no one could understand what he was saying. We still don't, but we just nod right now. So we are talking to Nicole Berman from the Frank County Literacy Council. Nicole, we appreciate the time. Is there something we didn't cover that you wanted to get covered?
Yes,
Good.
I have two things. Okay, one, we are currently looking for a program assistant. If you're interested in applying, go to iu12.org, and then it would be employment opportunities. It's 24 hours a week. We desperately need someone.
So what would that person do?
So that person would be the first face you see when you
come in the door.
Yeah, when you come in the door. Also helping with like any fundraisers, accounts payable, receivable parts, just office
all the
type.
office
Yes,
things. Okay.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. All
Yep.
right. Very good.
Yeah. And then our other thing, which I talked about last year, we're coming up on our annual Puzzle Mania competition.
That's right. Yes.
So this year is a back to school theme. So there are going to be some fun challenges and some fun themed activities. So that is September 20th. And if you gather your group of 4 and register, it's a fun competition to see who can complete a 500-piece puzzle the fastest. But you're also going to get sabotaged by other teams. Yeah, so you might be blindfolded for 3 minutes, or have recess where you can go to the bar and grab a drink, or
or you can steal pieces. That would be
yeah. Oh, that would be
hold
funny.
them hostage. No, that sounds like fun.
It is fun.
And you can join that by going online.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. iu12.org/FCLC.
Okay, that's it.
What other fundraisers do you have?
So also in the spring, it's traditionally been in the fall, but we're switching it to the maybe late winter, early spring. It's a fundraiser called Read the Room.
Okay.
And that is at Rough Edges Brewing in Waynesboro, and it's a comedy show. Definitely adult only.
But what a nice tie-in, Read the Room. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
it
That's
is.
clever.
Yeah.
That's clever. That's
Yeah,
good.
it is. Yeah.
Well, Nicole, we wish you so much luck in this. And I think sometimes people get wrapped up in our own lives that we don't really understand the gigantic need there is out there for people who want to do better. I mean, they're trying very hard to do better, and it's a process, and it's a step-by-step, First, you got to learn English, then you learn to read, and then you get your high school diploma, which would, I think if you had to go through all those steps, that would be a lengthy time. Meanwhile, while you're working and having a family. So,
exactly.
It's a tough thing. So we wish you luck in that as things progress. And if this has piqued your interest, just go to the Frank County, Lincoln Intermediate Unit, and type in what you want. You'll find out, and hopefully you can get a hold of Nicole and talk a little bit. They're looking for volunteers right here. Yeah, so very good. Thanks again. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
You're quite welcome.
Thank you, Nicole.
We're going to take a quick break. Come back. We'll wrap things up for a Friday. Gary Klein due in at the 9 o'clock hour. Best music of the 50s, 60s, and 70s is right here at 93.7 WRGG and on the web at WRGG.org.
You're listening to The Morning Show on WRGG.
93.7 WRGG. With news and weather together. Coming up next. We are GA. We are WRGG LP Greencastle.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. Secretary of State Marco Rubio says Iran will pay a very heavy price for its military actions against the U.S. The warning comes in response to a statement made by Iran's foreign minister that Tehran's policy for war with the U.S. is an eye for an eye. Rubio says President Trump's policy is a head for an eye. New U.S. tariffs are now in effect on imports from dozens of countries. The 10 to 12.5% tariffs from President Trump took effect at midnight, replacing the previous tariffs. The White House says the new tariffs are tied to the imports of goods made with forced labor.
This is a household waiting for master.
The Odyssey looks like it'll sail to the top of the box office again this weekend. The Christopher Nolan epic is expected to make between $75 and $85 million. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Always cold and refreshing, convenient to the touch. That's fresh bottled water available from Berkeley Club Beverages in Berkeley Springs, West Virginia. Personal service is just a phone call away. And yes, a real person will answer the phone when you call 304-258-2313. From 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, Berkeley Club Beverages has what you need. They can also provide coffee service to your home or office. Private labeling options are available for businesses. 304-258-2313. Berkeley Club Beverages, providing natural spring water since 1934. An appreciated supporter of WRGG Radio.
From high atop Broadcast House in downtown Greencastle, here's a look at WRGG's local news with Scott Douglas.
Good morning. If you're a seasoned citizen in Franklin County, got a deal for you. It's a freebie. Stand by. Just getting word that a Mercersburg Academy legend has died, Carl Reisner, who spent 44 years on the faculty as a history teacher and built the school's baseball team into a true dynasty. He passed away 3 days ago in Richmond, Virginia. Mr. Reisner was 77. Our condolences to family and friends of Carl Reisner. Last couple of days to catch Totem Pole Playhouse's updated version of The Odd Couple, Felix and Oscar. The show wraps tomorrow. Details on the Totem Pole website. Shippensburg Fair continues today. A couple of livestock shows this morning, and at 3:30, the livestock Pee-wee showmanship event. You don't want to miss that. It's over in the livestock show ring. Laser tag on the hill again, right above the rides at 6 tonight. A Holstein show at 6:30, tractor pull at 7, and Don Jovi, the ultimate tribute to Bon Jovi, on stage tonight at the Shippensburg Fair. And over in Washington County, the annual Ag Expo and Fair wraps up its run today and tomorrow in Sharpsburg. We have an update now on a serious case in Franklin County after an investigation started in 2023. Pennsylvania State Police charged a father and son from Greencastle for allegedly sexually assaulting children. According to WGAL-TV8, 65-year-old Arlen Martin, identified as the primary abuser, and his son, 38-year-old Jaron Martin, who allegedly participated in and assisted with some of the assaults, have both been charged in the case. The investigation also revealed that some of the assaults allegedly happened as far back as 1999. In state news, in Harrisburg, Senator Doug Mastriano sponsored a bill that would make sure families of deceased service members are notified of burial benefits available to them through the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. Senate Bill 130 was signed into law this week. It will require licensed funeral directors, funeral parlors, or cemetery companies to provide notification of a deceased service person to the appropriate county. The law applies to all counties in Pennsylvania, and they must do that within 96 hours of receiving a soldier's remains. Just as important, it also requires them to provide the family of the deceased service person with contact information for the County Veterans Affairs Director. So if you're a seasoned citizen, how about a freebie? The Senior Farmers Market Nutrition Program for 2026 is back for another year in Franklin County. Income-eligible Franklin County residents age 60 or older may receive free vouchers through this program. Each eligible senior will receive $25 worth of vouchers, which can be used to purchase fresh, locally grown fruits, vegetables, and herbs from approved Pennsylvania farmers. Vouchers must be picked up by September 30th and may be used through November 30th. They cannot be used to purchase citrus or tropical fruits, processed foods, honey, nuts, cider, baked goods, or jack-o'-lanterns. For more information, contact the Franklin County Area Agency on Aging.
The Greencastle Sportsmen's Association's annual ox roast will be held August 1st and 8th. Food will be served from noon until 9 p.m. Enjoy delicious ground or sliced ox sandwiches, country ham sandwiches, fresh-cut fries, delicious home-style soups, funnel cakes, and Antietam Dairy ice cream. There's kids' games, live entertainment at 5:30, something for everyone all afternoon and evening. Music by Chris Woodward and Shindigan on the 1st, and it's Snafu on the 8th. Greencastle Sportsman's located at 3260 Sportsman's Road between Greencastle and Williamson, just off the Williamson Road. You may follow the Sportsman's Association on Facebook.
Right here in hometown Greencastle, you'll find always fresh, home-style salads made the way you like, prepared locally in their very own kitchen. That's Branded Meats and Deli, 102 South Antrim Way in Greencastle. Macaroni, potato, redskin potato, cream slaw, coleslaw, and others. Looking for something for lunch or enough for the entire family's evening meal? You'll find it all at Brandon Meats and Deli. Having a special event, Brandon offers a large catering menu with a wide variety of options, including setup and serving your guests. They are open Mondays 8 a.m. till 3 p.m., Tuesday through Friday 8 a.m. till 6 p.m., and Saturday 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. Brandon Meats, helping to support the programming of WRGG.
Want to grow in your walk with Jesus? Join us for Let's Grow, a weekly radio program of First Assembly of God Greencastle, to help you grow in your walk with Jesus. We are located at 525 Leitersburg Street, across from the Greencastle Antrim Elementary School. Tune in Sunday mornings at 11:30 and Wednesday evenings at 8, and let's
WRGG weather.
Now the weather forecast for WRGG. For today, partly to mostly cloudy skies, high around 81. Tonight, partly cloudy, low around 63. Saturday, partly sunny, high around 82. Saturday night, partly cloudy, low around 64. And the outlook for Sunday, partly cloudy skies with a chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms. Rain may be heavy at times, high around 84. For WRGG, I'm nowcast meteorologist Jim Vaughn.
Thank you, Jim Vaughn. Currently 66 degrees, moving up rapidly even as we speak here on the morning show. The humidity now down to 68%. It has just been 2 beautiful days in a row. Hopefully this one will continue today as well. Sunday, who knows what happens on Sunday, but let's enjoy today and tomorrow while we have them. 101 was the record, 2010 was the year, 48 was the low record, 1947 the year, 64 to 87 is your average temperatures for today. The sun came up at 6:01, sets at 8:33 in the p.m., gives us 14 hours and 32 minutes of daylight. Again, temperature 66 degrees at 93.7 WRGG on the web at WRGG.org. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the morning show. We're in the final stages of today's morning show. I don't want to say it that way. It sounds like final stages. We're done. But we're not. We're not. We still have, more and more shows and more shows to go. Nevertheless, Friday's getting wrapped up here as we get ready for the weekend. Bill, are you in tomorrow?
Yes, sir, we are.
All right, Saturday edition of the morning show coming your way. He'll have the birthday clubs for. I did today's, but I forgot to do Saturdays.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah. I will do that in full detail coming up in less than 10 minutes here. I don't. You could have said something to me, slapped me silly or something like that. Throw something at me when I forgot. I forgot it was Friday. I don't know how I did that. That's the way it goes sometimes. just the way it is. So beautiful day today. Cadence was saying why can't it just be like this all the time?
No, because when I walked outside this morning, I was cold.
I know.
I love this.
Yeah, I wore a long sleeve shirt again because it was a little bit. It was in the 50s, so that makes it sort of nice. So yeah, and
yes,
here we are. And again, I figure, well, if you can legislate, daylight savings time, and when the sun comes up, why can't you legislate the weather? Thank goodness they can't, because we can't agree on anything. Why could we agree? I want the rain. I don't want the rain. Can we have a tornado, please? I don't know.
You've seen A Year Without Santa Claus?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I know, it's critical. It's another classic. Yes, so here we are. Let me see here. I'm going to get my act together here as we get prepared for this one. Is not well. It's a short one. So let's just do it.
That's terrible. That's a terrible idea.
So here's the terrible story of the day. In Poland, a man came home to find a burglar in his favorite reclining chair. But he didn't have to worry about the crook harming him. He was dead. Investigators think the burglar's heart was racing, and he sat down to rest, had a heart attack, and passed away.
Oh, my.
Yeah. I feel bad for everybody involved, but particularly the guy who came home and found him. You know,
Oh, absolutely.
The guy was doing something bad. He shouldn't have been in the house, and I don't know if that caused a heart attack. Obviously, that's not the only thing, because every burglar would die, and they don't. So, but excuse me, you're in my chair. You're not getting up.
It's like Goldilocks.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
I was thinking something along the same lines.
Is that the one where the bad Goldie? I mean, you know.
Oh yeah, Goldilocks and Three Bears.
Yeah, and they're all sleeping, and I remember the story.
Yeah,
I remember.
I'm just not sure who the bad Goldilocks is.
Well, it's like Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh
Oh,
stuff.
yes.
When it became out,
Blood and Honey.
Yeah. What was it called? Blood and Honey. Stupidest movie
There was
ever.
also a Popeye one, Popeye the Slayer Man.
Yeah.
And there was a Bambi.
Yes.
Where Bambi decides he's had enough of humanity. He also is aided by the fact that the local stream has been polluted by toxic waste.
Yes.
And he turns into this mutant. He goes around killing humans. Yes.
Revenge of the Bambi, yeah.
I think they also made a Steamboat Willie one, maybe?
Revenge of Steamboat.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Oh,
what a
me?
bill.
Oh, my.
Tell me something good.
That's Bill's Mickey Mouse.
Yes.
Hey, boys and girls. Thanks for listening to the morning show. I think I just killed him.
Here, let's change the story a little bit.
Oh,
here.
I just had an idea for next week for the top 5 at 7. Reservoir Dogs with the Muppets. Are you not familiar with Reservoir Dogs?
Yeah. Well, where are you going with this, Bill? But
I'm so confused.
Pulp Fiction with the Muppets.
Oh, by the way, your favorite your favorite surfer bank robber movie?
Yes.
They're coming. What? It's like the 20th anniversary. They're coming out and showing it again.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
Aren't
Point
you
Break,
lucky?
yes.
Point Break. Yes. You think I watched that.
You
told me to.
Yes.
Sort of like watching Tommy Boy for you. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was a good movie. I liked it. A 14-year-old from Montana used his rodeo skills to save a drowning man in the Yellowstone River.
I saw that.
Yeah,
yes,
isn't that cool? Jory Thomas, camping with his family, responded to cries for help when a group of 4 people fell in the river after their raft struck a bridge pillar. While 3 made it to shore, 1 man clung to a cooler drifting downstream. Without hesitation, Thomas sprinted into a waist-deep channel and ran along the riverbank. He had brought his lariat, something he normally didn't take on camping trips. I'm trying to think why you wouldn't, because you could lasso anything. After spending the summer practicing roping on his family ranch, in a swift move, he threw his 12-foot lariat and successfully caught the man on his first attempt. Thomas then pulled the man through the water to safety just as the first responders arrived. That is so cool.
Yes, indeed.
That is so cool. I couldn't.
After which he hogtied and branded him.
Yeah. Yeah, he had to, though.
It's all part of the training.
Right. I just went into a mode, and there it was. So there. That's a great story. Think about it now, and remember, wherever you go, take along your lariat. That's the secret. And speaking of that, here's someone who does.
The birthday club. Everybody celebrates birthday
Jason
club
has
on
the lariat that he
WRGG.
Oh, it is. And he gets the lariat out and starts twirling it around. That's what he does with it. He captures people trying to leave. Particularly his dad. I want to go home.
Are you familiar with that story, Cadence?
Yeah.
It's why. As he's 1725, so the brother John Newton English cleric and abolitionist. Prior to his religious conversion, he was a captain of slave ships and an investor in the slave trade. He was also enslaved for a time in West Africa.
Now, is he related to Olivia Newton-John?
No,
okay,
no,
John
no,
Newton.
no, yeah. He is noted for being the author of the hymns Amazing Grace and Glorious Things of Thee Are Spoken. Amelia Earhart, born this day in 1897, American aviation pioneer and writer who was the first female aviator to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean. She was one of the first aviators to promote commercial air travel and wrote best-selling books about her flying experiences. During an attempt at becoming the first woman to complete a circumnavigational flight of the globe, Earhart and the navigator Fred Noonan disappeared over the Central Pacific Ocean. Peter Yates, born this day in 1929, English film director and producer. The films he directed include Bullitt, John and Mary, The Friends of Eddie Coyle, Breaking Away, The Deep, and An Innocent Man. Yates was nominated for 4 Academy Awards, 3 BAFTA Awards, and 2 Golden Globe Awards. John Aniston, born this day in 1933, is Yannis Anastakis, a Greek-born American actor who played Victor Kiriakis on Days of Our Life for 37 years, from 1985 until his death in 2022. Aniston graduated from Penn State University with a bachelor's degree in theater arts, and he was the father of actress Jennifer Aniston. Michael Richards, born this day in 1949, American actor, writer, television producer, and comedian, best known for portraying Cosmo Kramer on Seinfeld. He began his career as a stand-up comedian and became a series regular on Fridays. His films include So I Married an Axe Murderer, Airheads, Problem Child, Coneheads, and UHF. Richards was the original choice to play Adrian Monk on Monk, but turned it down.
I don't see it, but Monk is, what's his name? Tony is
Tony
Monk.
Shalhoub. Yeah,
he's the Monk.
Yeah.
I don't know how that would have worked, but yeah, who knows?
Linda Carter, born this day in 1951, American actor, singer, beauty pageant title holder, who was Miss World USA 1972. She is best known for portraying the title character in television series Wonder Woman. Other roles include President Olivia Marsden on the series Supergirl and Principal Powers in the film Sky High. Karl Malone, born on this day in 1963, American basketball player, spent 18 of his 19 seasons in the NBA with the Utah Jazz. He was a 2-time NBA MVP and a 14-time All-Star. Malone appeared in the playoffs every season of his career and in the NBA Finals in 1997 and 1998. He was inducted to the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in 2010 twice for his individual career and as a member of the 1992 United States Men's Olympic Basketball Team. Doug Liman, born on this day in 1965, American film director and producer. The films he's directed include Swingers, Go, The Bourne Identity, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, American Made, and Edge of Tomorrow. Lyman was the executive producer of the television show Suits and Covert Affairs. Jennifer Lopez, born on this day in 1969, American actress, dancer, and singer whose big break came when she was a dancer on In Living Color. Her films include Selena, Anaconda, Out of Sight, The Cell, The Wedding Planner, and Angel Eyes. Her songs include Ain't It Funny, Feel the Light, and I'm Glad. Patty Jenkins, born on this day in 1971, American film director, screenwriter, and producer. She directed the films Monster, Wonder Woman, and Wonder Woman 1984. She's also directed several episodes of television shows, including Arrested Development, Entourage, and The Killing. Summer Glau, born on this day in 1981, American actress best known for her roles in science fiction television series, including The 4400, Terminator, The Sarah Connor Chronicles, Arrow, and Firefly. She also starred in the movie follow-up to Firefly, Serenity. And Anna Paquin was born on this day in 1982, Canadian-born New Zealand actress whose films include the X-Men franchise, Fly Away Home, The Irishman, American Underdog, and The Piano, for which she received the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress. Her television work includes the series True Blood, and she is married to her True Blood co-star, Stephen Moyer. But Greg, I think of the real celebrity birthdays for us.
I do, and here they are for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Today being Friday, we'll start with that. Ron Eicher has a birthday today. Ron, what is it? 88? I'm not really sure. Janice Bloom with a birthday, Daniel J. Myers, and April Ross Stahl having birthdays today for tomorrow. Nancy Myers will celebrate tomorrow. Earl Botus, I believe, turning 93. I think that's, if I did my math correctly, but don't take that for verbatim. Kevin Swope with a birthday on Saturday. Howard Shirley with a birthday. Brenda Blair is celebrating. Bill, just want to give you a reminder of that one. And one Barry Stottlemyre having a birthday on the 25th. And I say one because we don't want any more than one. That's that one. And 26 might be the biggest birthday list on the calendar for the 26th Sunday. Here we go. Danny Strait, Roger Rook, Sue Downing, Andrea Fraser Grumbine, Melissa Minotti, Bobby Maris, Brenda Dixon, Brenda Blair having a second birthday. So I got to figure out which one is which. Brian Overcash and Brooke Overcash, Kelly Stauffer, and 2 anniversaries, Dave and Jen Swam, and Ray and Barb Trump Power. Ray and Barb, it is 56 for them. Congratulations to all those having anniversaries and all those birthdays on that day. That's a big, big list. Big list Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if you missed the birthdays today for tomorrow and Sunday, you can catch them tomorrow before the 7, 8, and 9 o'clock news here on the morning show, weekend edition. It is really that easy. Bill Gore and Brian Patterson will bring you the show.
Yes,
It starts at 6-ish and goes to 9-ish. It depends on if, well, it doesn't depend on if Hollis comes in.
Yes, indeed.
So if Hollis comes in, he'll make them get out of here right at 9 o'clock. So
he doesn't waste any time.
Yes, he does. He's ready to go, looking in the door.
Yes.
Are you done yet? Are you done yet? Are you done yet?
By the way, John has a couple of comments.
Okay.
Along the lines of Goldilocks.
Yeah.
This chair is just right for dying. And then he said,
Thank you, John.
His wife, Lisa, actually recommended Pulp Fiction with the Muppets when he told her about the topic for next Wednesday.
A lot of great movies.
Miss Piggy getting the adrenaline shot in the heart.
That's coming up on Wednesday. What's Tuesday?
Tuesday, favorite songs.
Favorite songs.
Yeah.
Okay. Once again, favorite songs. So that's Tuesday. Let's.
Now, Cadence, have you seen Pulp Fiction?
I have not. No.
Okay.
I don't. I have parts of it.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen the whole thing. So, all right, let's do this.
What do you say? What did you learn
On the morning show.
today when
Greg Hoover.
points your way? What will you say?
All right, Bill. We actually, Cadence and I on what was that Wednesday? We got to go first.
Right. Yeah.
Our list was, well, 2 things. so go ahead, Bill. Start us off.
Let's
here.
see, I just wrote down, we're going to have a lot of fun with this Muppet discussion on Wednesday. That's going to be a lot of fun. Today we learned a lot about the Franklin County Literacy Council, LIU 12, and the great work they do. We learned that, according to Greg, we should all feel better about our lives for not being as stupid as the people and stupid as the stupid does.
That's a good thing.
Yes.
That's a good thing.
When committing a robbery, do not lower your mask to say hello to your friends.
and make sure they really are your friends.
Yes,
They're not going to turn you in.
What kind of friends would do that? And let's see. Oh, yes.
Honest, law-abiding friends,
yes,
Bill.
Yeah, I know. Well, you know, it's was it E.M. Forster, the English author, said, if I had to choose between betraying my friends and betraying my country, I pray I'd have the guts to betray my country.
Ah, there you
Yes,
go.
indeed.
Yeah.
Let's see. Putting your father's dead body on ice will not cause its cells to regenerate.
Not a good idea. Not a good idea.
No.
And just going to let you know it doesn't work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see. In Australia, being divorced seems to have a similar legal distinction as being a widow, which I don't understand.
Some would say that's
Yes.
true. That's true.
And it seems like emergency exits are surprisingly easy to open on Chinese airliners.
That could be the case. You're
Yes.
right. There you go. Cadence, what did you learn today?
Well, you know, in 2 weeks I'm going camping, so now I know to bring my lariat.
Yes, there you
Yes,
go.
exactly,
Always
yes.
bring your lariat.
Yes.
Yes, always. Where are you
Did I-
going camping at?
Canada. Yeah, Toronto.
Oh, okay.
Niagara Falls area.
You're going camping in Toronto?
No.
I'm
Like-
down on Main Street here.
I think like near Niagara Falls area, we're gonna like commute
Okay.
to Toronto. Yeah.
All right, very good. Sounds good. Bill, I'll see if I get those fixed.
Oh, that's all right.
Something's going wrong with those. So, Gary, did you learn? Oh, Gary just walked in. I learned nothing. I don't know. Oh, I learned. What did I learn? That your friend John knows how to bring down the the temperature and there was something else I learned, but I forget what it was. I learned that I forget what it was I was intended to learn today. So, Gary, I won't ask you what you learned today, but how you doing? Where you been, man?
Where have I been? like you in a lot of Little League
Little League
parts,
games, yeah.
Little League games lately. Yes.
Yeah. All over the place, too.
Yes, right.
I'm still amazed that the last tournament both of us did, it was you would drive from 4 miles from the Maryland line to 60 miles from the Maryland line, and then drive 62 miles down to be 2 miles from the Maryland line again.
Yes, that's
couldn't you just travel the Mason-Dixon line and get there? It would have been a lot easier. But
no. Instead of going through, there's quite a few ways to get there.
There is.
Yes.
And none of them are quick or easy.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's almost like you can't get there from here.
No. We've said that a lot.
A lot, yeah.
That's the morning show. It wrapped up. You can't get here from there. So, are you going away anytime soon?
As far not as far as longer trips until September.
Oh, okay.
So,
Very good. Very good. So,
Yeah.
all right. Excellent day. Gary's coming up next. Got the best music of the 50s, 60s, and the 70s coming your way. I'd like to thank Bill and Cadence for being here today, as always, holding down the fort until I get in here. It was a slow-moving day with the back injury. Or, excuse me, the old age injury. I think that's what it really is. Thank Jason Kabler for being here. Heard from Melissa and John today, and also from Charlie with the big parrot on his shoulder. Nicole Berman was our guest, Friend County Literacy Center. We appreciate her stopping in and talking to us today. Scott Douglas, Jim Vaughn, Michael Kastner, all bringing you news and weather for us right here at 93.7 WRGG. So Saturday's going to be a great day. Enjoy that. Enjoy today as well. I'll be back on Tuesday. These guys will be here on Monday with Chris Palladina. And that's all I got to say. Have a great weekend. Be safe and be kind.
The Morning Show on WRGG.
The opinions expressed on this program or any program broadcast on this station are not necessarily the opinion of the management of WRGG. We respect the right of free speech and the diverse opinions of others. WRGG is a nonprofit radio station depending on the contributions of our underwriters as well as listeners like you. If you enjoy listening to The Morning Show, and I don't know why you would, then please consider making a